After I made that last film, I was sitting here in the car, I was in bits. I was absolutely in bits. I started remembering. I remembered something. I'd been taken into care in the local council, by the local council. I was an adult. We used to have to sit in these groups and talk about our lives and about how we got there and how, you know, it was such a mess and what we were going to do to sort ourselves out. But we was reflecting mostly on our life experiences. And there was this guy, and he was a really nice guy, had such a wicked smile. And he was talking about him and his brother, and about when they was in a care home, and about being abused. And they was like 10 and 11. And he was saying to his brother, come on, you got to toughen up. You got to toughen up. You got to survive this. And I just remember now that he was crying. To get vulnerable, because we were still in that space where you had to be, you know, kind of tough. And he was exposing himself. He was getting really vulnerable. And he was crying. And I just remembered. And then it was when I was sitting in this car that I remembered what he was crying about. He was crying because he couldn't help his brother. He was crying because he couldn't protect him. He couldn't stop him from these monsters. He couldn't save him. Can you imagine the conversations that they were having? And what they had to do to survive? That's awful. That is so awful. Most of his life he was in jail. He was on drugs, he was fighting, he was in bits. Because he couldn't protect his brother, his little brother. He was only 10 himself, 10, 11. He was a tough guy now, he'd fight you to the death. But he was a good person. And the last I heard, he was still behind the door.